So Kylie Jenner empire profits off of black culture, aka African American culture. Which is true, because America loves black culture. You know, they love our culture, but they hate black people for some reason, which is so stupid. She could get on the cover of this magazine, be a young billionaire by selling the very same features that black women have, that they just don't have, but they are actually born. They don't have to get no cosmetic surgery or no spread no B lip balm on them to steam their lips up when they get sore and bust of swollen just to get full of lips. Style, swagger, the way they walk, talk, hairstyles, all that black women have but are called ghetto for it. But white women like Kylie Jenner, they get on the cover of it, they get celebrated like they did something innovative, like they created what they did not create. It's our culture, and our women have it, and they just jacking it. This is typical American hypocrisy at its finest. And she is not self-made. Her father is a famous tennis player by the name of Bruce Jenner, was now he's going by Caitlyn Jenner, but he was a famous tennis player. And before that, the Kardashians, before her mommy got with Bruce Jenner, they would her mother Chris was married to a man named, I forgot his name. He was part of the OJ trial, one of OJ's lawyers. The Kardashians got money off of that. Became famous lawyers off of all that. They do not do anything but post pictures of themselves, selfies on Instagram. No, they do stuff basically anybody can do. It's pathetic. I mean, anybody can go in there and take pictures of themselves. I mean, what's so interesting? I mean, these women cure diseases? Are they scientists? I mean, did they discover some old civilization that people forgot, that was lost through like all this genocide that went across the world when Europeans came across the world? No. Did they discover some new cure for diseases? No. Did they discover a new planet? No. Well, so I say she didn't do anything. Right now it's on her now. She didn't do anything. She didn't do anything but culture vulture. I mean, stuff they doing. Any girl that's a slut, whore, nymphomaniac, any idiot off the street, any a mime could do this. What they doing? A circus clown could do this. Brain dead moron could do this. You're just famous for being photographed and being with black men, having sex with black men. That's all they're famous for. So that means every black woman should be a celebrity, because they should be famous for dating black men. Basically, she is famous for being vain, for vanity. The same thing that women get mad when men chastise them about, that, oh, you need to fix yourself up, you need to do this. The same thing that women was promoting to be against. She is famous for that. And this girl is younger than y'all. You get grown behind women that's older than her, who her senior, and they take it up for her, and you women are crazy. You want some woman empowerment going on. But the crazy thing about it, though, this little girl is not the driving force behind it. She's just a face. There's people behind the scenes working all this out for her. So she didn't do anything but put her face up there. She is famous for being fake and not natural. You know, she's not authentic. Like she should be. She's famous for showing that women can be beautiful without having all this makeup, but you don't have to go through all this to be famous. Most of the time you ever see her, she got to put cornrows in her hair to be up there every time she take a picture. Why you got red cornrows? Are you not even from Africa? So why are you wearing our hairstyles? I mean, Native Americans get pissed off when somebody wear a feather in their head, but we're not allowed to get pissed off when people wearing cornrows, a hairstyle that traditionally is African. The most notable thing about their family is they are just most of all these women is famous for dating dusty beta males, which is in the black community are crazy butt dancing Negroes, or crazy butt Negroes who go crazy over white women. Not just any white women, the bottom feeding white women that white men don't want or discard, don't even. And the women who miss these dusty beta males, they're bottom feeders in their own. They're bottom feeders in their own community. Her company's not built from the grassroots. Now you take Apple for example. Steve Jobs was employed at Atari, and what he did was he built the first Apple from Atari parts. That from the ground roots. He pretty much built that by hand himself. That was from the ground roots right there. That's right there from grassroots. Now, she would have actually did this herself and found investors to get behind her. And she had a business plan she did herself, or found somebody to help her with a business plan. She had an idea, and she was trying to work with other people to put her ideas into action. And yeah, but nah, I don't think so. Steve Jobs that he put down an idea. Him and his friend Watts, they did all that. They put the idea down on the paper together. They worked on an Atari. Woz, I think that's his name, but they call him the Woz for short. But him and his friend put that together in the garage. Well, in the CBS, well, in the documentary they showed in the garage, but they pretty much built it themselves by hand. The first Apple. See, didn't do all that. Like Tony. Okay, I take another example from people who are Iron Man fans who probably seen the first Iron Man film or probably seen it by now. What that guy said, or what the Obadiah thing said, he came. What he said. Start build this from a cave with a box of scraps. The first Iron Man suit. Yeah, now see, now that's grassroots. When you first build something yourself, then you turn around, innovate, and make it better. The man went to 2 other Iron suits. See, that's what you call come from the grassroots. Yeah, his company wasn't from the grassroots, but he built that armor from the grassroots. That's what I'm getting at. You know what? People like Spider-Man web source, he created those himself. I'm talking about people who create stuff themselves, then they turn around and they put it on a market table or they find some investors. So yeah, they don't have money, but when you build something yourself, then you get people behind you to back it, put money behind it, and start getting employees. You still are a leader in the leadership role when you push it coming forward. You come up with new ways, new ideas, and you research and analysis yourself. But no, her mama has hired people to do it for them. They don't do their own work. Sure, there are people out there who it's their job, but mostly them people are trained to like help people who are already trying to start a business or have a marketable business already set up. The people who the Kardashian use are people who are basically drones or meant to help help the wealthy people children be more competitive. I mean, the kids don't have to do anything. There's got people coming in, basically got babysitters. But hell to no. C is not doing nothing innovating. I mean, it's actually younger black kids, like that girl who started her own lemonade company. Like they got like that little young African American boy who had he has his own lawn service for crying out loud. Like Mr. Racy lawn service. He got that. It's a young African American kid who got his own bow tie company. And they all 3 of them are younger than her. They actually built from the grassroots. Like I don't seem like look, this little girl selling water on the side of the road, starting their own business up doing that way, starting right up there off the streets. Starting off very small. Now that's grassroots. Now that's somebody actually doing something. A little more than what she was doing. Her Armenian family always trying to ease their way or more like slither their way into African American culture just to make a profit. Remember them during Tupac shirt they made? Hell no, them thing was ugly. I wouldn't even buy those things. I mean, what? Why the hell would you even make that anyway? Don't you got some Armenian heroes that you could use? Why everybody gotta use our people image? We should be making a profit off of our culture the same way the Asians make profit off their culture with their clothing, their restaurants, they got their tea shops. What else they have? The Asians have antique shops too. They have corner stores in their own communities. I mean, they have they have martial arts dojo, which is very big in their culture. They have that. They have their own literature books. They own bookstore that sell literature in it. Their literature that they make market off of, and they own traditional language. Yeah, they do have from English translated stuff, but mainly they always carry their own traditional language. If they do have an English translated version, they make sure that they translate it themselves and sell it themselves. We need to do the same thing with our stuff. But nobody don't want to do all that. We black people always saying this, Wakanda forever! Wakanda is not forever if you're not making a profit off your own nation, off your own community, off your own culture. If anything that belongs to you, you have to make a profit off of it for something to be forever. You gotta have control of it. That's the problem. You let everything get out of control with hip hop and everything else. Like I said, these girls, I have no idea, man. Like Andy Warhol said it best. He said in the future, everybody will be world famous for just 15 minutes of fame. And it comes to pass that actually everybody is. And it was just something that he referred to one of his exhibitions in his hometown in Sweden. and everybody that's famous for pretty much that's doing blackface or just jacking in African American culture because we won't protect ourselves like Native Americans, the Asians, and all these other groups do, Jews and everybody else. If we get our own organizations and start protecting ourselves, this wouldn't be happening. Don't stop saying Wakanda forever. Wakanda is a fictional place, and that's a Native American word, and that is a white man's dream about Wakanda. We need to have our own dreams about our place, about our own people. Same thing Malcolm X told us to do: create our own, protect our own, honor and respect our own. He didn't say all that, but he probably would have got to saying all that. But that's what we need to do.